So grateful to finally see water. And I've got this super shady parking spot where there's trees in all directions, so it'll be shady pretty much all day. You can't camp here. There's about 1,000,000 signs making sure that you know that. But you can swim here and you can spend the day here. Just can't roll out my swag. So I gave my clothes that I've been wearing. I've been wearing that same shirt the whole time. If I've been wearing a shirt, I've been wearing that shirt because I love that shirt. Because I made it myself. And I got, my wet clothes that I washed in the dam hanging on the fence. Probably going to go for like half a dozen swims before I leave here. The only reason I really need to move is because the ice in the esky is pretty much all melted now. And I've actually got a little bit of stuff in there now because I stopped at Woolies and I got all that fruit. The fruit should be alright. Like it's not gonna, but then like the esky will very quickly turn into like a hot box, and you don't want your fruit sitting in a hot box because it'll just go yuck so quick. But yeah, far out. It was worth the wait to keep driving and not swim at Mount Isa, because this water is just like beautiful, beautiful. So nice to see like so much green, so much shade. Like shade is so beautiful. Wow, that's so picturesque right now. Just like the stillness of the water. You can see the sky twice because of the symmetry and the reflection. I should take more photos. I'm just like focusing on being here, and like the journaling is already a distraction enough. Like, yeah, maybe I will pull the camera out today now that it's just that it's never comfortable. Like it's been so dry and humid and hot, and I kind of have this weird thing where I don't want to pull my camera out. Well, it's so like hot and sunny. Like I'm scared that my camera will get like broken in the heat. So I just try to keep everything cool. Yeah, it's really just laziness. I could be doing so much more creative stuff on the road. I could be, and it would help me slow down as well and take my time if I was just like, maybe set myself another challenge. I've got so many of these little challenges going, just to get one photo a day that's like, yeah, and a photo of this dam with like that symmetry of the sky. That could be photo of the day today. Oh, that feels so good. I'm walking in like scooshy wet grass. Just gonna go for a wander along this beautiful shoreline. It was so hot last night. It was like, I don't know if it was the hottest night, but I kept waking up like every hour, just drenched in sweat, and I kept getting up and drinking like cold water. And then like people kept pulling into the rest stop as well. It's like the busiest rest stop, I guess, because I'm getting closer to civilization now. There's actually activity, like people. And I'm starting to be like, oh fuck, how do you deal with people again? I've only been like I can't imagine having a conversation with somebody from Brisbane right now, like somebody who's just like fucking like so much going on for him. Like after you've just been in a space where there's just nothing going on ever. And yeah, it was weird too, because I kind of rushed through Mount Isa because it was like, it was like so dense. Like there was just stuff going on, and energy and people and noise and stuff. And I just didn't want it. I was like, I can't wait to get back to like the middle of nowhere where there's nothing. Like that's what I'm craving at this point. Just to have like nothing going on, and like none of the, like it was not like I wanted to go shopping or I did enjoy going and getting fruit from Woolies. Like that was awesome, but that was it. I just wanted to get supplies and pretty much get out of there and get back to nature. And I started wondering, like, wow, am I going to be able to go back to the city? Am I going to be able to function, or am I like getting too used to like being alone and being like having so much space? Am I going to be able to like film these journals when I don't have a 1,000 kilometer radius of space to myself? Of course I will. I will adjust. I will adjust again when it's time. I always adapt to my surroundings. I left the keys in the car and everything. I don't think anyone's going to drive out to a beautiful place to steal a ute though. It'd be a bit of a mission. and like I'm not even going to entertain my anxiety thoughts. Old dimension stuff. I don't do anxiety anymore. I do believing everything's going to be fucking awesome, and it tends to turn out that way. It's weird how your thoughts kind of create reality as much as like reality creates your thoughts. If you're anxious all the time, bad shit seems to always happen. If you're confident all the time, shit just seems to go right. Like, there's definitely something going on there. Whether you want to get like metaphysical about it or you want to get scientific about it, something's going on. When you're more confident, you get results. Like, you can explain it however you want, but it's real. If you're anxious all the time, shit always falls apart. Or maybe it's the same exact shit happening, but you notice all the shit falling apart. But whereas when you're confident, when shit falls apart, you just go, yeah, like all the shit falling off the back of my ute. Like, if I was thinking like anxiously or depressed, like if I had any of those lenses on, I'd probably still be upset about it. But because I am confident and I've changed my way of viewing myself in reality, it's just like, yeah, of course all my shit's gone. I guess that just means that I'm going to get some other shit and do this a little bit differently. Oh, I keep getting like sucked back out of my internal world and back into this. It's like, because, you know, it's just so beautiful. Like, I really enjoyed having the experience of being out in like really dry, arid country. Like, that was fucking cool to see and experience and survive. But I need water. I need, like, I guess everybody does. But like, I really like, this is more where I want to be at. Yeah. It would be different too, like out in the desert and that, they reckon it gets way colder at night. If it was just cool at night, I wouldn't mind it, but when these real hot nights where you can't sleep, it's just, it wears me down. Yeah. But I told myself when I woke up this morning, I got up at sunrise still, I was like, I'm not gonna put anything on the fact that I didn't sleep well. I'm just gonna do today exactly as I would if I did sleep well. Like, still try to do everything that I would normally do and not like immediately wake up and tell myself that I'm not going to be able to do everything, because that's just going to create it, like I was talking about before with, like, if you're anxious, you create an anxious reality. If you're depressed, you create a depressed reality. And I know that triggers people because they go, you can't control your depression or your anxiety or your whatever you're experiencing. But the thing is, you can't control it until you fucking can. Until you, like, you have a moment of insight, realization, awareness, where you go, oh, that's what this is. Or like, I am choosing this in some way, and you change it. Oh, there's a 4-wheel drive coming. I'll walk down here. Yeah, so this is my first test of filming in front of somebody for a long time. Might just walk down to the water. They might even, they'll get here eventually. That's more like the kind of four-wheel drive that I would like to be having right now. Since I have been driving around with a flat tray ute, I just would appreciate so much to have like a full four-wheel drive with doors that close and you can lock all your shit up, and if it rains you can get in the car and fold the seats down and there's like enough room for you to sleep in the car. But I think I've been doing really well, like improvising with the tarp and the swag setup and just finding shelter, and yeah, it hasn't been that bad. It's all working out. Oh, tadpoles as well. There's heaps of little tadpoles cruising around. Man. Pelicans. I wonder if it'd be good fishing here. I think there was a sign that said no fishing though. It's one of those places. And this is a place too where not only is there like no camping signs everywhere, and it's probably that way because there's nowhere to camp anywhere in like a 50-kilometer radius that I'm aware of. You could go like probably in town, there's probably like $30 a night plus campsites, but there's no like $6 like national park type camping or free camping in any direction. So yeah, this is a place where it's probably beautiful because it's not packed with people all the time, because you just can't camp anywhere near it. It's weird, that balance, eh? Like we all want to go to beautiful places, but if we just like all pile into a beautiful place, it's not beautiful anymore. It gets like all wrecked and ruined. But there's a boat ramp here. Like obviously people put boats in and go water skiing, and probably, I don't know what you'd do. Maybe if you follow this creek down, it leads to even more larger bodies of water. Oh man, the four-wheel drive stopped. My next big challenge for video journaling in regards to challenging the self-consciousness dimension is including a stranger in it, like while I'm filming, or allowing them to include themselves is how I'd like it to be. Like somebody comes up and I just stay solid in my confidence. Like, yeah, I'm just journaling my thoughts and feelings in the present moment. That's what I'm doing. And then like somebody goes, what are you doing? And they sort of include themselves in it, and then we have a discussion. And like I would just, in this case, I just flick the mic off and be like a little television presenter. Like, hey, so what are you doing today? Blah, blah, blah. And it would just be fun. It's like, I'm imagining already like what that would be like. That's actually what I've wanted to do for so long. Since I've like been interviewing people, I've just wanted to be able to go and do street interviews and just have the confidence to do like really deep discussions, like end up talking for like an hour in the street, in the city, with people all around you, just going so deep with a total stranger, and they're just like this like moment that's just like captured, that's just like, wow, you know? I would really like that. And like as I've been playing around with different setups, like now just hanging the mic around my neck like this and being able to just flick it off and use it like that, it's like I've tried so many different setups, but it always feels bulky and it always feels like hard work. Like it just feels like there's too many things to think about. I've been trying to strip down the way that I shoot content, especially this like real raw authentic content, so that there's no steps between hitting record and capturing what you want to capture. So now at this point it's hit record, this mic is synced up because it's plugged in, and we can like pass it back and forward. And I think we could capture some really authentic moments without like without kind of ruining it, because like somebody comes up and they agree to film, and then it's like, just a second, I've got to set up all these cameras, I've got to set up all these microphones, let's test this microphone out, let's make sure that it's in sync, let's do this, let's do that. It's just, you want to have a chat, let's have a chat, boom, on, let's do it. I think that's that will produce like really cool results once I have the confidence to do that. I have some opportunities to play with that because I'm going to meet at least 2 people between now and when I get back to Brisbane. And I've told both of them that like I'm keen to film some stuff, some spontaneous fun stuff, take some photos. One fella's going to go take me around. He lives in a pretty remote area, and he knows some like really cool spots around there, so we're going to check out those places and just do some spontaneous like, and I'll probably just do it exactly the same as any other day, but there'll be another person involved in the journal. Yeah, so that'll be like, I won't be in the middle of the city with like thousands of people buzzing around, but it'll be an opportunity to do that improvisation, kind of like, let's just see what this looks like. And then once I have the confidence to do that, I'll be in the city, and maybe I'll do a day where I just try to approach 3 people and get 3 people to engage with me. We did it with free chats. Used to do it all the time with free chats, but we didn't film most of that. And the one time that we did try to film the conversations, it was really windy and the microphone didn't pick anything up. So you can see us talking to people, but there's not a lot of actual audio. So I would like to revitalize free chats and do it like with a proper crew almost, like not to just have like some people to make it look less like a crazy person. Because the other free chats that I did, I got my brother and my girlfriend to write all of the labels, the negative labels that we associate with mental health all over my body. So like anxious was across my forehead, and I had all that, and I had a big sign that said free chats, and I was just walking around Surfers Paradise in the city, and that was me challenging so many of my things, like my social anxiety, my self-consciousness, all of it. I was just like, it was the hardest thing ever to like just walk down the strip. But then it was encouraging when people started to approach, and they knew right away, they're like, I see what you're doing, this is so good, we need this, we need more initiative, we need more community, like grassroots level stuff. Spoke to a mental health nurse, spoke to a fella who's like in and out of like homelessness services, and he's just trying to get his life on track. Spoke to like so many beautiful and interesting people and connected with them in a way that they probably didn't get to connect with a lot of strangers, just because I had this huge invitation in the sign and also in the words on me that indicated what it was about. So we could revisit that. What I was thinking this morning, as well as like, I do so much by myself, and I have tried to like include other people in my stuff, but I try to include people who don't really want to be included, or like it's a bit of a drag for them, or like I get them to do it as a favor. But I should start including people who are like really keen to get involved and like contribute. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm nearly there. I'm nearly there with so many things. It's like, yeah, like I'm just working my way. There's like, it's not just one journey that I'm on like all of these journeys on all these different levels and all these different dimensions, and like trying to, and like I'm just gonna reach like a tipping point with so many of these parts of myself at the same time, and I'm just gonna evolve. Like I feel that. So very excited. Yeah, I can see, I'm just imagining, because I've said a lot of different things, so I've got a lot of pictures in my head right now, a lot of possible futures, potential timelines. So now after this journal, this is the part where I go away and I just like contemplate all that shit, and then I figure out, like I start to imagine points in the future, like I was describing before. I'm going to see 2 people on this trip, and that'll be an opportunity to practice and create like what it might look like to do the microphone thing. See, now I'm just getting real short with my sentences, and I'm just assuming that people are keeping up with my thoughts, but they're starting to get a bit fragmented. So if you enjoyed this video, if you got anything out of it at all, please click the like button for me and leave a comment down below, or leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. All these things, they actually really help the channel grow, and when the channel grows, it helps me survive, helps me keep fuel in the car, water, and like ice in the esky, and helps me keep going around and connecting with people, trying to make the world a better place, all that, you know, like we're all trying to do it. I'm not special. We're all just trying to find a way to contribute in the world, right? But this is my way, and those are the ways that you can help me do it. You could also jump on Patreon. There's always links to all the ways that you can support the cause in the descriptions. But no pressure at all, just do whatever you do. It's just cool that you're here, even like people are like interested in hearing what I'm up to and that. It's weird, it's cool, but it's weird. I'll see you shortly.